Turned. Camera seems a little bit high. Let me try to fix that. Okay. But yes, we have returned. Welcome back to the stream, everybody. And you nailed it on the head there, Bake. That was indeed a song from the Transformers Devastation. Devastation? Yeah, Devastation was the name of that game. From the soundtrack of that game. And it's probably my favorite track off of the soundtrack, too. It's Blitzwing's theme. And, well, I mean, it's kind of hard to pick. The entire soundtrack is pretty awesome, and I love that every major boss gets their own distinct theme. It's actually one of the games I streamed years ago. I streamed it. I was probably only streaming for maybe a year or two when that game. I can't remember if the game had come out that year or if that was just when I bought it, but whatever. I streamed it years ago, and yeah, I don't know. I really thoroughly enjoyed it, especially being someone who, you know, was a big fan of the Transformers as a kid. Hello, Avea. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're having a lovely day. And you too, Bake, seeing as how I haven't actually asked yet. But, I don't know, the Transformers Devastation is definitely a game where it was good. It was flawed, but it was good. And I think it was made by... Was it Platinum Games? They made a lot of action-heavy stuff. Like, I think they made Metal Gear Rising and, God, there was something else, too. Something similar. Bayonetta, yes, that's it. I don't know why I forgot about that, but yes, Bayonetta is the other thing that they were really big for. But no, I remember having a couple of complaints about that game. The camera was not great, if I remember correctly, though it's kind of hard to get the camera really good in an action game like that. And a lot of the settings were really weird. Well, when I say setting, I mean like the areas you can go to. They were all kind of samey. But the one thing that the game was really good at was the soundtrack. Oh, was the soundtrack ever so good. And visually, like overall, taking the copy and paste environments aside, it just looked so good. Like it looked like the cartoons, which was fantastic. And the voice acting, of course, because they got a lot of people back to voice certain characters and such. And the boss fights were pretty amazing, and the soundtrack really helped that because the set pieces for each of the boss fights were really impressive. And I just really remember like fighting Blitzwing next to this giant bridge on this sort of like field next to a river or a lake or something, and the sun was setting, and I don't know, it was just really cool. As a matter of fact, if I remember correctly, while I was streaming that, I finished that. I was not good at like actually fighting in that game, but like if I remember correctly, I finished that fight. I was playing as Grimlock, and I just grabbed Blitzwing by the head and just jammed him into the ground like a potato. It was fun. Yeah, being good at games is overrated. You know, right? We're gonna see a lot of that now when I play Arkham City. Also, thank you for the follow there, Megan on an Island. I greatly appreciate that. And then Joker comes in with another sub, so that's great too. Wow, there's more activity than I'm used to at the beginning of a stream. Especially since I haven't streamed in 2 weeks, but okay, you know, whatever. But, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, Transformers Devastation. Great game. If you happen to find it anywhere and you're into that kind of game, I suggest you pick it up, because it's very good. But yeah, I haven't streamed in a while. The reason being that work has just been mind-boggling, and because of that, I feel like my streaming schedule is going to be pretty erratic until maybe June. I think I'm going to have like a pretty decent time to schedule around there. Okay, I'm glad that's, you know, I'm not the only one. People feel my pain, right? But it's just there's been a lot of the past couple of weeks, and I'll just speak about it generally because I don't want to complain about work too much before I start streaming. But it's a situation where you have a lot of people who put in orders, right? And they put in orders weeks or months in advance, which is great. But you schedule your time to try to get their stuff done at certain points, right? Because it's like, okay, we have this thing we can do now, this thing we can do now, this thing we can do now. The past couple of weeks have really thrown a wrench in those plans, because you have people come in and they're like, hey, I want this thing that should take like 3 days work, except I want it right now. It's like, oh no, we had an event we need. I work at a trophy shop. It's like, oh, we have an event that we need medals for that we completely forgot about. You think you can knock out about 400 of those things in the span of a couple of days? It's like, sure, why not? And then other stuff keeps getting pushed behind because this stuff keeps coming in, and it's, I don't know. I've been really getting burned out. And it's just probably gonna stay at that level until around June or so. But, you know. The funny thing is, you know, there was an event I could have gone to last night. As a matter of fact, I think there's a couple of people in chat who either went or also were planning on going. And, I ended up having to cancel because I was just too tired. And the killer is I still didn't get to sleep till 1 o'clock in the morning. I tried. Believe me, I tried, but, you know, insomnia is not great. I greatly appreciate that, Van. Thank you for that too, Megan. I don't know if I've ever actually met you before. I feel like there were a lot of either new people or people who hadn't been around for a while at the event last night, but I don't know. It really, the thing that really, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. The thing that made me really regret, there it is, missing it, is that I saw all the pictures that were posted and you all apparently went to play pool after. And I was just like, oh. Because I haven't played pool in ages, because again, I just got real busy, but I was a member of a pool league for years. I was a member of a pool league for years, and I actually got pretty good at it, so. But I haven't played in about 7 or 8 months, I think. And, you know, I'm just really itching to play pool again. Because I enjoy playing pool, but it was just getting too hectic to balance work with the league nights, and I just need to get out and practice, right? Oh, okay. It's alright. So you've been around, like, John's general circle for years, but this is the first time you've gone to one of these things. Oh, and Avea, you don't live in the area, so, well, I mean, that kind of makes sense. Because part of the reason that, if it was a little bit closer to where I live, I might have pushed myself to go. But, I know you went to, like, the Boston Pizza on Kelsey Drive, and that's clear across town for me. I could have made it after I got off work, but I don't know what kind of state I would have been in, you know? So I figured, you know what, let's just kind of just make a nest on the couch for myself at home here, and then everything will be good. Everything will be good. But anyway, I thank you all for dropping by the stream, and, you know, it's greatly appreciated, and I'm probably going to stop rambling, because that's usually how it goes whenever I'm talking about something that's not the game, and let's actually play some Arkham City. If I remember correctly, I was pretty close to the end of it. I was going to try to do a lot of... Oh no, the controller turned off. There we go. But yeah, if I remember correctly, I was kind of at the end of the game. I'm about to go deal with Strange. And it's a shame. I have not played this game in so long that I can't remember how much is left after I go confront Strange, because there's a bit more after that, of course. So I'm going to attempt to finish this tonight, but we'll see what happens. I was going to try to finish up all the side stuff before this, but I think I can't get all the Riddler stuff yet. And I'm pretty sure, the identity thief submission has bugged out or something. I don't know. We'll see what happens after I deal with Strange. Oh, the Arkham games are really good. Well, I mean, speaking of action games, as I was saying earlier with Transformers, if you're really into action games, the Arkham games are, like, they're very finely honed. And if you're a Batman fan, all the better, you know? No, Lego Batman is good too. I think I've actually got that for the PS3 over there. I never finished it. That might be something for a later date. The Riddler is a pretty top-tier Batman villain, Megan. This is true. Even if he is incredibly frustrating in these games. Where am I? Oh, I'm, yeah, I was just about to break into this place. Oh god, I haven't played this in 3 weeks now, I think, so I'm gonna have to get used to the controls again. Speaking of the Riddler and such, though, that actually reminds me, I haven't actually watched the newest Batman movie, you know, the one where Robert Pattinson is Batman. I've heard good things, but it's just completely gone by my radar for some reason. I really should get around to watching that sometime.
You don't need to do this!
3 escaped new inmates. They were headed for the underground tunnel system.
Excellent work. Hold them in processing. We will let you know when we are ready to move them down to the execution chamber.
Affirmative, Command.
Execution chamber, you say? Okay, I'm going to see if I can gather up as many of the little Riddler things as I am going through this. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about that newer Batman movie.
Those Tiger Guards have stuns.
I have to see if I can check it out somewhere.
Attack from behind to avoid being hit.
It's more detective than beat 'em up? That's good, because you see, that's something I actually kind of... Well, I sort of appreciated about the Arkham games too, but they kind of like fluctuate as to how much they emphasize the detective side of things in the Arkham games, but they do really, like, you know, lean into it to a degree. But it's part of the reason why one of my favorite Batman stories of all time is The Long Halloween, because it's largely a whodunit, because the whole thing is for a solid year, Batman, Detective Gordon, and... Well, yes, he was a detective, I think, at this point, not commissioner. And Harvey Dent are all trying to figure out who this serial killer is that's just been killing notable mob figures once every holiday. And I don't know, it's just a really well-structured story, so yeah, I don't know. I like it when they actually go into that about Batman.
You don't need to...
Hello, Rolls. Welcome back to stream. Hopefully you're having a lovely day. Alley-oop. I didn't realize it was this late in the game they introduced the stun sticks.
We need to talk, and I know you wouldn't be able to live with yourself if your actions caused this poor man to die. I have a question for you. Before my arrival, this city was drowning under a tide of filth. Have you ever considered that all this is your fault? Your presence creates these animals. Like germs, they spread. You created the environment that allowed the germ to mutate, to become stronger. Look at the Joker. Would he even exist if not for you?
Well, depending on the background story you're reading into with the Joker, maybe.
All your sacrifices, and yet you are the one to blame. Oh, this is beautiful. We have at long last defeated the great Batman. Soon, I will take my rightful place at my master's side. We will rule over this world. So thank you, Batman, for all your help. Now, kill him.
Nah.
Fight back. Teach him not to resist.
I'll be taking this. Who has the gun? He does. Alright. Smashy, smashy! Doing so well. Oh no, more goons. Ah, crap. I was hoping I'd be able to... But alas. Oh! The PS4 is going to do this again! I thought we were past this. So anyway, if you're new, a problem I've had with my PS4 for a while, though it's been dormant for a bit, is that it likes to randomly eject the disc sometimes. I keep meaning to really take the thing apart to fix that, but I haven't gotten around to doing that yet because I'm kind of scared. So, let's put the disc back in, and let's see what happens, shall we? Although going back to what you said there, Megan, is like, yeah, so I imagine watching Pattinson as Batman might be a bit jarring for anyone who watched him in Twilight and not anything else. Or maybe it's great, I don't know. Twilight's one of those things that I had, like, no interest, like, rock bottom interest in when it first came out. And, I mean, I still don't think they're great movies. I think they're pretty bad. But I've come to appreciate the insanity of them, might be the best way to put it. Because I've got some friends who've watched, like, especially the Rift Tracks versions of them, just for the pure entertainment context. But, like, I don't know. There's really... They're entertaining to watch. They're not good, but they're entertaining to watch, is the best way to put it. And yes, he's a vampire bat now. Oh god, which reminds me, I don't know if I've streamed since I saw this, but, we were going to watch the Mario movie a couple of weeks ago, but we couldn't get in. Like, they were completely sold out, which I suppose I shouldn't be too surprised. So what we did was we watched Renfield instead. I may have already talked about this, but you know what, screw it, it's been so long, I'm going to talk about it again. But yeah, Renfield is the movie where Nicolas Cage is Dracula and you got Nicholas Hoult as Renfield. And it's just like this really gory modern day comedy kind of thing. Oh good, they just start me right back in the fight again.
Do not
That's nice.
let me down. Break his spirit.
And then his bones! No, they're doing a pretty good job breaking my bones there, Strange. Alley-oop. I don't know, when it comes to Renfield, honestly, yes, I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. It's ridiculous. Hey, why am I not doing the, weapon break maneuver? Weird. It's utterly ridiculous, and I don't know if I can tell you if it's like a good movie. But it's an enjoyable movie, and in the end, isn't that all that matters? Well, why is that one guy holding a box over his head? It's his comfort box. Batman scares him, and it's like a security blanket. That box is his only friend. Okay, that was ridiculous. Ow. Alley-oop. Okay, now you should not have been able to hit me the way I just flew over there. Nope, I can't block that. Wow! Now see what's happening is I'm just letting them beat me up a little so they don't feel bad. We're still good, we're still good.
Did you see that? He took them all down.
A pointless effort, Dark Knight. You cannot stop the inevitable. I will rain down fire and brimstone on these animals.
Sorry, I know we shouldn't have, but it's chaos in there.
Strange is killing everyone he sent in here. He calls it Protocol 10.
What do you want us to do?
Wait here. I'm going after Strange.
You will follow the rules of Arkham City. Rule 1. Do not approach the security wall surrounding the facility. Any attempts to approach
Spite.
the wall will be considered an act of escape.
But yeah, anyway, honestly, I think the main reason why I would very much consider Renfield to be a great movie is because, well, I mean, I just like Nicolas Cage anyway, but specifically, I really liked, as terrible as it is, one of the very early Nicolas Cage movies is called Vampire's Kiss, wherein he is this insane yuppie in the 80s who either is turning into a vampire or thinks he's turning into a vampire and simply having a mental breakdown. Either way, it's entertaining. It is Nicolas Cage at his cagiest.
Psychiatric examination when requested.
And he kind of calls back, he kind of calls back to that a little bit in Renfield. Like, he uses a lot of the same mannerisms, and it's great.
Rule 3. Tiger operatives have full jurisdiction in Arkham City. If for any reason a Tiger operative
I forgot Willy's Wonderland was even a thing. That's something I'm gonna have to check out one of these days.
a kneeling position and place both hands on the back of your head. Failure to adopt this position will be considered an aggressive response and will be met with extreme force. These rules
Hey, this is the room I started the game in.
by the power vested in me,
By the power vested in me, I now pronounce you man and wife. Wait.
lawful.
What's this other one that he was in recently too? I believe Pedro Pascal was in it. Was it the unbearable weight of massive talent or something like that?
Arkham City to the letter. These rules ensure your continued
I don't know. I just love good crazy Cage, you know.
Rule 1. Do not approach the security wall surrounding the facility.
And Bake's emote just reminds me, Con Air, classic
Will be
Cage.
considered an act of escape and will be met with extreme force. Rule 2. All prisoners must surrender themselves for full psychiatric examination when requested. Failure to surrender will
You haven't seen it yet because all you watch is Cars and Paw Patrol. Well, you see, when you have kids of a certain age, that's kind of what happens. I don't have any myself, but I do have several nieces and nephews, and they're a bit strung out in age, so I've kind of experienced all the different eras of specific kid shows. Paw Patrol was a big thing for my nephews when they were younger. Basically what it is you're kind of playing roulette, because certain kid shows that are geared towards the younger children are like, you know, they're actually pretty entertaining. Like, there's a little bit in there, so there's, okay, we know adults are going to be forced to watch this too, so let's just make a good show. And then you have others. And then you have others that are just, like, either mind-numbing or disturbing to the point where you don't really know if they should have been marketed to children in the first place. Specifically, I'm thinking of a lot of really weird British kid shows. There was this one called In the Night Garden, and okay, this is going to be all right. I'm gonna. It's going to take me a bit to talk about this, so let's just switch off of the game for a minute. Interrupt Batman for this. Okay, so there's this weird show. It was called In the Night Garden, And I thankfully, none of my younger relatives really got into it. But, okay, this will mean nothing to you if you're not from Canada, but there's this channel, YTV. I presume it still exists, I don't know. But anyway, back in the day, when I say back in the day, I mean like the late 2000s, every Friday they showed like this solid block of anime, and me, my brother, and one of his friends would get together and we'd watch it. So you'd be watching stuff like Gundam Seed, Death Note, Naruto, that kind of thing. Inuyasha was another one they had on there for a while, One Piece. But, so we watched this, and right at the very end, after they showed all these different anime shows of increasing darkness, because a lot of dark shit happened in a bunch of them, at around like 1 o'clock in the morning, they showed this British kids show called In the Night Garden. And we'd just be sitting there wondering what the hell it was. We wouldn't be able to look away. We'd be watching this, and you'd see these weird puppety characters going around this surreal-looking set doing the strangest of things. The one guy who sticks out in my mind is this little dude who looks like he's a tiny golem, a bunch of round stones stacked together. I believe his name was Maka Paka, and he had like this little cart that he rolled around, and he'd have like a spray bottle, and he'd spray people and wash their faces. That was his whole thing. And he slept in a cave on a rock while holding a rock like a teddy bear. It was really weird. I need to see if I can find a picture of this guy, just so you know. And then I'm going to have to suggest you to actually look up the show, because I can't be the only one who suffers this fever dream. But let's see. Okay, there we go. There he is with his weird little cart. And he's got eyes on him like he's severely hungover, or maybe he's still drunk. I don't know, it's hard to say. He's just such an odd looking guy. Okay, here we go. Alright, let's add this, and then you'll see. Then you'll see this dude. You think I'd have a more streamlined way of doing this, but that would assume I know what I'm doing. I don't. Oh god, it's much bigger than I anticipated, but there we are. This guy. Like, look at his eyes. Look at this dude's face. Let me just make it massive so you can have a look at that. What does that face say to you? Yeah, clearly he's got something going on. Meth, that's what that face says to you. Okay, that's as good a guess as any. He even has like this little song that they sing whenever he shows up, and I haven't seen this in years, but I remember the beginning of it. It goes, Maka Paka Aka Waka Mika Maka Moo. It's nothing but gibberish. And I don't think they explain what his deal is. It's just, again, it's just this fever dream of a show. And they would show it really late at night, because I assume they figured it was not fit for children. It's all I can think. Why do I remember this? I don't know. My mind remembers weird things, okay? And this guy is one of those things. It's just really weird. As a matter of fact, I think part of the reason why is, oh god, I get into a real rabbit hole if I try to explain this whole thing. But like I said, me and my brother and one of his friends used to watch this solid block of anime that YTV would show, like, every Friday night. And we got to this point where we started like making this running story that interconnected all of them that was nothing but wall-to-wall ridiculousness. So it's like, okay, so like this is this because that. I believe we ended up making a certain trio of characters like godlike beings. I'm pretty sure Kira Yamato from Gundam Seed was one of them. And Chad from Bleach was another. Which is why it made it really funny when like Death Note started airing here in Canada. And then you had Light, the main character slash villain of that, like pretending to be a god named Kira, and we're like, oh, the blasphemy and all that jazz. Anyway, without really getting into any more detail than that, because holy crap, I could be here all night talking about the stupidity we came up with. We had this theory that, like, you know, when Light eventually meets his maker, like, whenever that would happen, he ends up in his own personalized hell, and his personalized hell is he ends up getting stuck in the Night Garden. And that's it. So that's what it is. Light is just wandering around there. Yes, Rolls, you happen to walk back at a perfect time to see that. So yeah, the narrator for In the Night Garden is, of course, this guy with this creepily soothing British voice, and he'd always be like, who's here? Why, Makapaka is here. So, like, you know, in our little version of this world, it would be like, who's here? Why, it's Light Yagami stewing in his own regret. And then Makapaka wheels over and washes his face with a little spray bottle. Had a lot of time on our hands, is what I'm saying, to come up with this stuff. Oh god. Anyway. I've talked about that enough. Let's get back to Arkham. Something that makes a bit more sense. Alright, thanks for dropping by, Avea. Now that I've traumatized you with Makapaka. And hopefully you have yourself a good one.
Will be met with extreme force.
Now, excuse me while I spend way too much time trying to figure out how to get into that room.
Followed by a level 9 and 10 psychiatric.
Oh, it's right here. Never mind.
Rule 3. Tiger operatives have full jurisdiction in Arkham City. If for any reason a Tiger operative approaches or issues an order to you, you must
You need subject too small. He's right there.
position and place both hands on the back of your head. Failure to adopt this position.
Hugo Strange's obsession with Bruce Wayne and Batman was unbearable. He needed to know every small detail of how this man functioned, to understand exactly what made him tick so that he could finally destroy him. Strange manipulated the mayor into allowing squads of Tiger officers to be deployed into Gotham City under the pretense of aiding the police. However, unknown to the people of Gotham, the Tiger Guards had only one target, the Batman. Strange knew his men would initially fail, but he studied every defeat meticulously, analyzing the techniques and strategies of his opponent. It would only be a matter of time before he had the necessary data to defeat the Bat. This is actually a neat little reference. I say neat, it's kind of horrifying. The first trailer they released for Arkham City is entirely Strange interrogating this guy about how Batman beat the crap out of him.
Will be considered an aggressive response and will be met with extreme force. These rules are mandatory, and by the power vested in me, by the people of Gotham City, lawful. While in my custody, you will follow the rules of Arkham City. These rules ensure your continued well-being.
Just gotta get out of here before Strange drones on and on.
Wall surrounding the facility. Any attempt to approach the wall will be considered
Um.
an act of escape and will be met with extreme force. Rule
Do I get out of here again? I can't remember.
2. All prisoners must surrender
Oh, wait.
for full psychiatric examination when requested. Failure to surrender will be met with extreme force
Boom!
by a level 9 and 10 psychiatric profile. Rule 3. Tiger operatives have full jurisdiction in Arkham City. If for any reason a Tiger operative approaches or issues an order to you, you must immediately adopt a
Smashy, smashy!
position and place both hands on the back of your head. Failure to adopt this position will be considered an aggressive response and will be met with extreme force. These rules are mandatory, and by the power vested in me, by the people of Gotham City, lawful.
You know, for some reason I thought there was a door up here. I guess not.
In my custody, you will follow the rules of Arkham City to the letter.
Oh, the elevator.
Rules ensure your
Wait,
continued well-being.
maybe? No.
Rule 1. Do not approach the security wall surrounding the facility. Any attempt to approach the wall
Why am I so confused? I don't know why I'm so confused.
will be met with extreme force. Rule 2.
This is the way I came in, right?
All
Yeah.
prisoners must surrender themselves for full psychiatric examination when requested.
Oh wait, I think I need to go through the main door of the processing center. Oh,
Met with extreme
you know, doy.
followed by a level 9 and 10.
Oh yeah, the spot the guys came in through. Except not really, I go through the manhole. Well, that took much longer than it should have. Still thinking about the night garden. Whee! Oh yeah, that's right. This is how I get the rest of the trophies in this area, I think. Look at all this priceless silverware, I presume. Well, that was a bad idea. Is that a button? Mark, is that some barbed wire? Oh no, that's... Yeah, I can't do anything with that. Well I can. Do I have the range? I do! Hooray. Wait, is that? It is. How do I... Oh wait, no, I think I know what I gotta do there. Huzzah! Gotta love the amount of time and effort Enigma took to put all this stuff in here. All to assume I'm foolish enough to gather them all up, and you know what? I am. He's right. I am foolish enough to beat my head against the wall to try to get all these things. Because I'm a completionist. And I presume Batman is too, let's be honest. Let's face it, Batman very much would be the achievement hunting type if he was a video game player. Oh yeah, this is the one I was trying to get earlier, but I couldn't, because I couldn't figure out how to get through this. Problem being, of course, I wasn't even supposed to be up here yet. Yoink. Use the grapple because I was too lazy to walk over and grab it. Hey, lady.
It's you.
I told you I'd be back.
Well, you took your time. It's crazy back there. First Joker's men came down here and started setting up camp. I did what you said and hid, but...
What happened?
There were guards. You know, the ones that work for Strange. They came down and started killing everyone. It was a bloodbath.
It sounds like Strange is trying to cover his tracks. You seem to be good at hiding, Doctor. Stay here and do it again. I'll deal with the guards in that room.
Seemed like a weirdly patronizing line from him. It's like, you seem to be good at hiding, you big coward. You stay up here, you big coward. As if he expects her to go down there and take on a bunch of armed guards. I don't think her nurse's training involves combat. Unless she's a combat medic, I guess. But even so.
That's the last one. Area secure. Tiger 43 to tower. The room is secure. All the inmates are neutralized. Well done. Protocol 10 is progressing beautifully. As we move into the final stage of Protocol 10, I would like to congratulate all Tiger forces on this wonderful achievement. As I look at the screens in front of me, I can see that we are rapidly approaching fatalities of 22%. My projections show that within 3 hours, every single inmate of Arkham City will be dead, and Protocol 10 will move into Stage 2. By the end of the month, new camps in Keystone and Metropolis will open, each modeled after Arkham City. You should all be proud of your part in this. We are the solution this world needs. We are the future.
I'd really like to know how Strange would figure that he'd be able to pull this off in Metropolis, you know? I mean, he's having a hard enough time doing it in Gotham. And I can't remember, Keystone. Keystone's not where the Flash is it? Or was that the question? No, Hub City is the question. I think Keystone is where one of the Flashes live, so I don't know. I don't know how he figures he's going to have a really great success rate.
Vantage point clear. No sign of target.
Check your numbers.
Target.
See ya!
Man down.
He's making you look like children.
Explosive primed. Switching to thermal.
Check your numbers.
Explosive primed. Move it!
Now, I'm pretty sure if one of them walks near one of those mines, if I disarm it, it explodes. Yeah, like that. Oh, cool, I got 2 of them in one go.
Check.
Neat.
Taking one of you imbeciles out.
Casualty, my location.
Smashy, smashy! punch him square in the crotch.
Months of training and still you fail to beat the Batman. This is unacceptable.
The Batman. If it makes you feel any better, I'll just... So they didn't massively fail, I guess. Oh yeah, that's why I couldn't get this one earlier. I remember moment. I wonder how I get those. Well, I won't bother with that just yet. I think I know how to get that one, but I'm not going to try to backtrack too much. Because I'd be like, oh boy, I'm finally going to finish the game, and then I just go on an Easter egg hunt. As often happens when I play Batman. Aha, there we go. Your locks aren't safe from me, Strange. Well, I mean, I can't get through there, but that's okay. True price is right here. I unlocked a Catwoman interview tape. And one for the Joker as well. Let's go listen to those. And one for the Penguin. Another one for the Penguin. Okay, let's go have a listen at those and just further learn about Strange manipulating everybody to his whims.
I'm only doing this as a courtesy, Strange. Don't think you've beaten me.
I just thought we could both benefit from a little talk, Mr. Cobblepot.
Don't try that psycho mumbo-jumbo with me, Strange. I'm not like the other crazies.
Of course not. After all, considering the challenges you faced.
Challenges? What freaking challenges? You're no better than me. No one is. I own this place.
Well, to be clear, I allow you certain freedoms, but let's continue. Why do you feel the need to own anything? I believe it is a mechanism to compensate for some childhood inadequacy. You were friends with the Waynes, correct?
I was. Till someone did the world a favor and blew the brains out of little Wayne's self-righteous parents. I was laughing for weeks. It still brings a smile to my face.
And you think that's okay?
Okay? No, I don't think it's okay. I think it's bloody hysterical. That family destroyed mine. What happened to them? Well, it couldn't have happened to nicer people.
Indeed. You know, I don't know if I've actually mentioned this while playing this, and, well, Arkham Origins when I streamed that years ago, because he voices the Penguin in all these games, but that's Nolan North. And, I mean, if you're not familiar with who that is, I mean, it's Nathan Drake, you know? And it's funny, because Nolan North, when he voices characters, he very frequently just uses his own natural speaking voice, like Nathan Drake. But the Penguin is wildly different from that, to the point where you wouldn't be able to tell it's him. He also voices Black Mask in this game. Now, I don't think he voiced Black Mask in Arkham Origins, but, you know.
Take a seat, Mr. Cobblepot.
What is it now, Strange?
I wanted to talk about your apparent hatred of the Waynes. Your outburst last time was most interesting.
Oh, it's simple, really. I don't like the snivelling little bastard. Look at him, all high and mighty because someone killed Mummy and Daddy.
Most people look upon him with sympathy.
No, they don't. They're jealous. Jealous of his money, his cars, his women. He lost the sympathy vote when he vanished for all those years. I can't tell you how much I hoped he was visiting his dear Mum and Dad.
Where do you suppose he went?
How am I supposed to know?
Let us move on, then.
No. It's time that you do something for me.
And what is that?
Here's a list. Told you, Strange. No more little questions until you give me what I want.
Take a look, Mr. Cobblepot. Here is a purchase order for the various firearms you require. I must say, you chose an exotic selection.
I only take the best.
A wise strategy.
So what's yours?
Excuse me?
What are you up to? Why would you give me of all people, guns, explosives, all this stuff?
Arkham City is an experiment, Mr. Cobblepot. A new way of thinking. We've separated you from society, so I am more than willing to study the results if you all just decide to kill each other. Besides, your feud with the Joker is intriguing.
I was here first. I bought my museum in the Iceberg Lounge fair and square. It was you and that Mayo who stuck us all together.
Again, you refer to owning things. Quite fascinating. I believe we gave you the opportunity to leave.
And take over my turf. Never.
But yeah, see, I love the fact that he's basically manipulated every situation that's happened in Arkham City. Like the whole war between Penguin and Joker, they would have been at each other's throats anyway, but he just exacerbated it by arming both of them. He let Freeze in here, but then gave Freeze's wife to Joker, basically. Which caused that conflict, which caused Penguin to kidnap Freeze. He turned Catwoman and Two-Face against each other, and he's just done this more or less to see what they would do, because he knows he's going to kill them all in the end anyway. As a matter of fact, he's using the fact that he caused a gang war to escalate in Arkham City as justification to kill everybody. This Strange is a monster.
Good evening, Mr. Cobblepot. I trust you received the second delivery.
Yeah, I did. I don't know what you did to those dribbling monkeys, Strange, but they were perfect.
I'm glad. It appears that we can both help each other.
If you say so. I suppose it doesn't hurt that by the time I'm done with them, they're usually in too many pieces for anyone to know what you're really getting up to in those rooms of yours.
I have no idea what you are talking about.
Of course not. So, Hugo. The clown. Is he really dying?
It appears so. Self-inflicted, of course, but yes, he is. He has Mr. Freeze working on a potential cure, but I am sure neither of us want him to get his hands on it, do we?
And there it is.
Hello? Anyone in there? No sense of humor. Ah, the strong and silent type, eh? Think you're safe behind that mask? Give me 20 minutes and a can opener, and I'll have you whimpering like a schoolgirl. You might like it.
That's enough, patient. Guard, leave us.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon. My name is Professor Hugo Strange. And you are?
Two-Face. Catwoman. Batman.
We can play these games as long as you like.
Great. I love games.
Not in my facility, you won't. I'm offering you this opportunity to make a deal. I am fully aware of your condition. The last thing you have is time. But I can make your final days more comfortable.
And in return, I'd be giving you...
I wish to study you. I need to know why you are the way you are.
I don't have long, Doc. You're going to need more than some psycho mumbo-jumbo to get to the bottom of what's wrong with me.
Oh, I have more than that. Much more. So, do we have a deal?
And Catwoman.
We found the prisoner attempting to break into your office, sir.
I see. Leave us.
Yes, sir.
Well, well, as I live and breathe, Professor Hugo Strange. Your posters really don't do you justice. You really are far more evil-looking in real life.
Charmed. Tell me, what do you plan to do, Miss Kyle? I assume that you were attempting to break into my office in order to retrieve your ill-gotten gains.
You stole them from me.
Hardly. The items were confiscated upon your arrest.
Yeah, about that. This holiday camp of yours is quaint and all, Hugo, but I don't think I'll be staying too long.
Escape is impossible.
A girl loves a challenge.
So do I.
Creepy. Now see, he says escape is impossible, but Black Mask actually escaped this place once. Maybe he just means escape is impossible now. I still need to find the spot where Sionis actually broke out of the place, though. It's part of a riddle, but I just, for the life of me, can't remember where it is. Rutenberg's Occult Store. Tomes, scrolls, magic, voodoo, tarot cards, charms, and wards. Also Ouija boards. You know, if you're into that kind of thing. Also Luigi boards. If you really want to channel the spirit of Green Mario. Anyway, I don't know how to get over to those other ones, so let's just go upstairs. Whee! I feel like it's physically impossible to do a baseball slide up a set of stairs like that, but... Obsessions, how appropriate. The Mighty T-Rex! No, at this point, I think I could just press a button? But no. Must hack everything.
What do you think you are doing, Wayne? You cannot stop me. I have won. Within the hour, every single piece of criminal scum will burn. And then I will turn my attention to your allies. I will march to Wayne Manor. I will drag your faithful butler through the streets of Gotham, and I will make him tell the world how you have failed. My Arkham City experiment is a success, and you will kneel before me, begging for your life.
Arriving at the observation deck.
Elevator's on. Cover the door. Yes, sir. When the door opens, kill anyone in the elevator.
What if it's one of us?
It's not. Control says that it's Batman.
Nice. Locked and loaded. Open the doors.
Fire! Elevator clear. You sure? Check again.
Surprise! Ow.
targets are all hit. Casualties in Sector 1 are topping 100.
Oh good, I have all the Wonder City stories. I think I have... oh wait, no, I'm missing one there. Okay, I'm missing a few. Over a century ago, the mystery... Let's try that again. Over a century ago, the mysterious Ra's al Ghul arrived in Gotham City and met with the Gotham Elders. Even then, Gotham was a crime-ridden, lawless place. Ra's promised a brighter future for all in exchange for a deed to the north end of the city. The Gothamites laughed at this strange man until he produced more gold than they had ever seen. The deed in hand, Ra's began construction of a new city, a utopian vision powered by clean, free energy. With no crime, the future would be bright, and as the last brick was laid by the slaves he had shipped from his homeland, Ra's presented the future of Gotham, Wonder City. Mechanical guardians watched over the population of Wonder City while behind the scenes, lawbreakers were removed and executed. Wonder Towers stood above it all, a monument to prosperity. But for Ra's, the real reason for choosing this location was simple. Beneath the streets, he had located a chemical source that he called Lazarus. In small doses, it would rejuvenate a person, but Ra's believed that with enough power, the Lazarus could be supercharged to defeat any ailment, even death itself. Unknown to all but Ra's and his engineers, Wonder Tower was actually a giant lightning rod. If the time was right, he would test his theory. See, it's kind of ambiguous, but, like, the way this is worded almost makes it sound like Ra's is a lot younger than he normally is, and that this is the first proper Lazarus pit that he found, which is odd, but there we are. Wonder City continued to operate for months before the effect of prolonged exposure to the Lazarus chemical became clear. It was driving the city's inhabitants insane. When Ra's al Ghul failed to act, the newly formed Gotham City Hall did. Wonder City was declared a public health hazard and quarantined. Troops dragged the screaming citizens out of their homes straight to Arkham Asylum. Ra's al Ghul disappeared. As Gotham reached into the sky, new neighborhoods were built over Wonder City until the site was all but forgotten. Some years later, Ra's returned in need of his old Lazarus pit. As his forces began the mining process, the streets above collapsed, but Ra's forced them to keep digging. Oh, I forgot about that little wrinkle. Ra's excavation of the pit is the reason why the earthquake that sank part of this section of the city happened in the first place. Oh, okay, that was where those... Oh, speaking of Ra's, let's take down one of his idols, shall we? How do I get you, trophy friend? Oh, I have to go around the side. You know, that whole story actually kind of reminds me, though, of, it was when DC rebooted the old All-Star Western comic, and they, of course, focused it around Jonah Hex, like their main Western-style hero. He was one of my favorite DC characters, by the way. He's a pretty awful human being, for the most part, but he's usually much better than the people he deals with. But, when they rebooted All-Star Western, it starts with Hex tracking an outlaw to Gotham City. And his plan is to apprehend the guy, or kill him, and then leave. But he gets stuck in Gotham, and he spends a large chunk of the time palling around with Amadeus Arkham, of all people, the founder of the asylum. And it's just ridiculous how he keeps getting stuck in the city and he despises the place.
Talk to me. Stage 1 has been completed, sir. Casualties are exceeding predictions at the primary locations.
Good. Refocus your attacks on the museum. I want Cobblepot's fortress leveled.
Affirmative, Professor Strange.
How am I doing for unlocking stuff? Hey, what's this one on the Bowery?
Studies have shown that if you're not on your best behavior,
Okay, it's
you'll come out crazy. How? This question can only be answered from an unusual perspective. Can you get yourself there? This question can only be answered.
I kinda hate those riddles, to be honest. I also find it funny that at this particular instance, the more time I spend screwing around finding Riddler's stuff, the more people are dying in Arkham City. And yet they chastise me for wanting to go save Talia. But looking for Riddler trinkets? A-okay. I'm sure they're fine.
Initial bombardment of the museum has been completed. Target is not destroyed.
Very disappointing. Prepare to fire again. I want that museum gone, Captain.
I hate history.
You're running out of time. Strange is killing everyone in that place.
I'm nearly at the top. I'll stop him.
I know. How did he ever manage all this? He's killed hundreds of people, and he's got full authorization from the city. It's insane.
He's working with someone. I intend to find out who the moment I stop Protocol 10.
I seem to recall that his hidden partner came as a little bit of a shock to me when I first played this, but in retrospect it's blatantly obvious. I'm not going to say who it is, but you'll see. The Batman Balancing Act.
Tower, no sign of Batman.
Continue your search.
Affirmative. Sweeping the tower.
Perfinance. A little bit of perfinance. Yeah, better that than a little bit of impertinence, I suppose.
No sign of Batman on the tower, sir.
Good. Perhaps he has fallen. Move your search to the lower sections.
Affirmative, Command.
Come on, Strange. You really think I fell?
Oh, scratch 20 more inmates.
Oh boy, ducked.
Protocol 10 will wipe the scum from this city.
Next up, the Crud. See ya.
Target is using the floor cranes.
Target has vanished.
Take out the one guy and then leave. Now that was just Jerry. I fucking hate Jerry. I hope that doesn't hit. I hope that doesn't hit anybody in the head on the way down.
Understand?
Looks on you, Strange. I already have. If there's any point in me coming out here.
I know you are here, Batman. It's too late.
I've got vision on target.
Are you blind? Batman's over there.
Well, they are kind of blind because I just threw smoke at them, but alright.
Target deployed smoke to escape. Target is now moving.
Yeah.
Batman is here. Do not underestimate him.
Target spotted.
No, we're not. And then I just leap. Wait a minute. There's a Riddler thing.
I have studied you. I have learned every last technique at your disposal. And now I, Hugo Strange, have beaten you.
Sorry, can't talk, Hugo. Gotta figure out what the hell's going on with this thing. You know what, Hugo? I'll see you later. I gotta check something out. Or not. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to deal with that later.
Do not fail me. Batman is in there with you. Stop him.
I've got visual on the target.
Jesus.
I see Batman. Find the hole.
Protocol 10 has rewritten this cesspit of a city's future, and soon I will ruin you too.
Yeah, I always did remember this part being a bit of a pain in the ass.
There, Batman's there. She will ruin everything. Find and stop the Batman.
Target is moving.
Batman's in the room. Batman's over there. Batman's over there.
Target is moving this way.
This is just him? Yeah, it's just him.
Moving this way. Target is moving this way.
Point blank.
So, you failed to live up to his expectations. How predictable.
Oops. Yeah, unless I'm incredibly stunned, there's not really a lot of really good spots to
This is a glorious day. Protocol 10.
really get the jump on people in this area.
Batman will be dead. Batman's in the room.
Got something. Target is moving this way.
No, not that. This.
I've got a visual on the target. I see Batman.
Time to leave. Okay, that had its problems, but it went better.
This is not acceptable. Find him. Find him now. The Batman must not be allowed to leave. Understand?
Any contact?
Where are you? Batman's here. He's trying to get in.
It was not.
Report. Any contact?
I know you are here, Batman. It's too late.
Anyone got eyes on target?
You would if you were more attentive. Just saying.
He is making fools of you all.
Target in sight.
There, Batman, there.
Target.
Are you blind?
I mean, he's not blind, but he's probably infertile now.
You, Mr. Wayne.
You want to have a chat?
I know you are there. You cannot escape here.
Gotham's savior, you say?
You have not won. You cannot win. I, Hugo Strange, am your successor. I have saved Gotham.
Violence!
Oracle, shut this place down.
My pleasure.
You've ruined everything. Get your hands off me.
Look at what you've done.
It's glorious, isn't it?
It's like rubbing your dog's face in an accident. Look at what you've done.
You're finished, Strange.
I have powerful friends, Batman. This is just the beginning. You cannot stop me. Soon I will command forces beyond your comprehension. I have achieved what the great Batman could never do. Gotham will forever thank Hugo Strange!
A twist! But how did he get there?
Your part in this is over, Professor Strange.
Why? I did everything you wanted.
Indeed. You clearly demonstrated that Batman is better than you. Let him die, Detective.
He was your puppet, Raish. Why?
You said I could replace you. This was our vision.
and you failed to see it through.
But...
When you came to me with Batman's identity, I gave you this chance to prove your worth, providing you with limitless resources for your plan. You came close, but you have failed me.
He's going to die, Raish. He needs medical attention. Now!
Do as you wish, Detective. He's already dead to me.
Well, it's comical because Raish has failed so many times. But he can keep living.
Too late. I don't give second chances.
Unless they're to yourself,
This is a
of
good
course.
day, Detective.
Good? People are dying.
The world will not miss them. Why should you? Look at my work. You may have defeated Strange, but this is just the beginning. Come with me. We will wipe this world clean.
He's taking credit for the stuff Strange
You're
did.
wrong, Raish. You've become what you've always fought against. And I will stop you.
I doubt it.
Computer, activate Protocol 11.
What are you doing?
Passcode Wayne. No!
Get out of there!
I like how incredibly lackluster Raish's attempt to kill Batman just was. He's like, eh. It's like, oh wait, no. That was a bad idea. That was a weird glitch.
Bruce, are you okay? The tower just exploded.
I noticed.
Thank God
I know, I
you're
was
all
there.
right.
Ra's al Ghul was the power behind Hugo Strange. This whole place was part of his plan.
You're kidding. Where's he now?
Let's just say he's going to need a trip to a Lazarus pit.
Hello? Is anyone there?
I'll get back to you. Something's come up.
Hello, Batman. I know you can hear me. I've not caught you at a bad time, have I? I was worried that you may have forgotten about little old me. Take a look at your girlfriend, who, as you can see, is in danger of having her pretty little brain splattered all over this camera.
Ignore him, beloved. Let him die.
Oh, how romantic. Only problem is, I've never felt better. And we both know you really can't ignore me. Can you? So listen, Batman. I'm putting on a little show for you. It's going to be a doozy, a real red carpet affair. You'd better hurry, though. If you take too long, the leading lady may be found dead in her dressing room.
Get the cure from Joker and stop him from becoming immortal. Alright.
All air units report in. Cease attack and return to base immediately. Repeat, return to base immediately.
Are they not questioning why? He'll be alright. He's Ra's al Ghul. He's always alright.
Well, this is just rude, Batman. I've laid on all this entertainment at the movie theater, and you can't even be bothered turning up!
Before I go deal with Joker, I'll be right back. I gotta go grab myself something else to drink. Just give me a moment. When I come back, I'll try not to forget switching over the BRB screen again, like last time. And I have returned. So, yes, I actually switched over the screen this time. Well, sir, let's go deal with Mr. J. First, I have to dodge his snipers, it seems.
Why are you?
Shouldn't have done that loud.
Bye.
So many lasers. Ow. How could he see me? Okay.
Where are you, Batman?
Somehow I'm not
I
dead.
got your premiere ticket right here in my pocket. It's right here, next to the gaffer tape and the plier.
And then suddenly I am dead. How about that?
Oh, Bats, if you only knew what I have planned, you'd just die.
Your mission has failed. You don't say. Get out of there! What an intense image. See, I love Hugo Strange as a villain, and I mean, even though the game very much tries to forget him after this, it's like, oh, it was all Ra's al Ghul all along. Except not really, because the whole thing was Strange's plan. Ra's just provided the capital for it. But then Ra's takes credit for it, and Batman is like, yeah, no, it was Ra's all along. Strange just can't catch a break, which, I mean, you know, he's a monster, but yeah. Let's solve this gun puzzle. Well, I think part of the problem was I shouldn't have gone in loud.
Batman, what's keeping you? Get your cute little ass to the movie theater, now!
No, Joker, my ass is pretty cute, but that, you know. That's neither here nor there in this situation. Wait, what the fuck? No!
I'll see you soon. Bye!
Wait, what? No!
Where are you, Batman? I got your premiere
God damn
ticket
it.
right here in my pocket. It's right.
Remember this being easier. But of course, I
Aren't
could
you
be
supposed
mistaken.
to be up on your feet and trying to stop me?
And now I've gone and disappointed the Joker. I mean, what's wrong with me? How could I do such a thing?
All air units report in. Cease attack and return to base immediately. Repeat, return to base immediately.
I didn't think I was supposed to go in that direction with it, because I thought for certain the other guys would cover me from those angles, but I guess I'm wrong? Who's the guy pointing up into the sky there?
Why are you taking so long, Batman? Oh, hold on. I get it. You want me to off this annoying woman, right? I mean, she does go on a bit with all that I am the great blah blah mystical mumbo jumbo. I'll tell you what, I'll do it. But you owe me, okay?
Yeah, that's exactly it. But, I mean, let's be honest, Joker can't share me with anyone. He's a bit of a jealous bitch, isn't he?
This is the big opening night, Batman! What's keeping you? Get your cute little ass to the movie theater, now!
That guy over there now, maybe? The Goon Destruction Puzzle. Yes. As I believe I've already said, I love the fact that this final set piece for the game takes place next to an Ace Chemicals building, the alley where Batman's parents died, and Hugo Strange's personal practice is down there somewhere, the office he used to have. So this one little square basically has the origin story of all of us.
Where are you, Batman? I got your premiere ticket right here in my pocket. It's right here, next to the gaffer tape and the pliers. I'll see you soon. Bye!
I may as well do the smart. By smart, I mean the easy way.
Well, this is just rude, Batman. I've laid on all this entertainment at the movie theater, and you can't even be bothered turning up!
I probably didn't need to work over that goon as hard as I did, but you know what? I got a lot of frustration I need to work out. The terror at the end.
Hurry up and take your seat, Batman. The show's about to begin.
Let's just talk about this.
Now you want to talk. Too late, Batman. Give me the cure.
But you've already got the cure. Talia, no!
Everyone gets stabbed.
Problem solved.
You didn't need to.
Why? You would never do it. You left me no choice.
There's always a choice.
I had to save you. Harley Quinn stole it for him. I took it back. It's over.
But wait.
Surprise!
Mr. J, you look perfect.
Ring, ring. So how do you keep a secret from the world's greatest detective? Well, do you know? You stick it right in front of him, right under his long, pointy nose, and wait.
Joker wants you to think he's sick. Then wait. Gotcha.
You fell for the old fake Joker gag, Batman.
Tell ya!
And there it is.
I'm sorry, beloved. I didn't know.
Encore! More! Bravo!
It was never you.
Not always. Well, sometimes. Confusing, isn't it? I know I'd want to know just what the hell is going on if I were you. Let's just say, at times like these, it's important to keep up appearances. But first, if you would be so kind, hand over my jaw. Ladies and gentlemen, for one night only, standing in for yours truly, I'm doing a damn fine job of it. I give you Clayface.
You weren't even supposed to be in here, Carl. Why sign up with Joker?
The role of a lifetime!
And that's all the excuse you get from Clayface.
One last chance.
Oh, lighten up, Bats. The final act's just starting. It's a doozy.
Encore!
Why you gotta jiggle so much, Clayface? That's a real good thing I ended up making my peace with Freeze, huh? Otherwise Carlo would fucking murder me. A big ball of hate here. I do like that there's like a little foreshadowing that Clayface is here, but otherwise he just comes out of nowhere. Now, if you were paying attention the couple of times I used detective mode when Joker looked like he was cured, you would have noticed that he doesn't actually have any bones. And that in of itself is kind of a spoiler, because if you use detective mode on Clayface when you see him in Arkham Asylum, same thing. So if you were paying attention there, and you played the first game, then you'd know. Or at least have a strong suspicion. I also like how Talia's body appears to have vanished. And the other funny thing about this too, like I was saying earlier about how, like, you know, it's the origin stories of every character, because Strange's office is here, the alley where Bruce's parents were murdered, and, well, it's not the Ace Chemicals building where the accident happened with Joker, but it's an Ace Chemicals building. Monarch Theater is, for whatever reason, playing a movie called The Terror, which Basil Karlo starred in. Before he became, you know, this.
Don't just stand around! Are you supposed to be playing with... What the hell are you doing, Bats? What are you doing?
I'd like to think that was Joker saying that to Carlo, wondering why the hell he just did what he just did. It's like, what does the spinny thing do? Why did you do the spinny thing? Ow. Ouch.
You're supposed to be killing Batman, remember?
I'm gonna make you into a nice pot.
You're making me late for my spa treatment. I mean, it's not like you've got a girl to save anymore, is it? Oh, I'm sorry. Too soon? Would a change of scenery help ease the pain?
Also kind of an origin for Ra's al Ghul too, because this is right above the Lazarus pit where I fought him earlier. Mudman! Batman must really love it when he actually fights an enemy he can use lethal force on. Same thing when I was fighting Grundy earlier. Ow. I know so many ways to kill a man, but I could never kill a man. Well, yeah, that's right. I'm actually supposed to be throwing freeze blasts at him. Sorry, I was too caught up in my sword play. I'm getting covered in clay, man! It's alright, I'm looking a bit rough these days. I could use a good mud bath. Ow. Stop it! You prick! Not who I meant to hit, but alright. I'm keeping this.
Get out of my way, bats! I've got a date with immortality! No! No!
After the punchy punchy comes the drinky drinky. Batman has to celebrate a job well done, don't you know? And what's knocking Clayface into a Lazarus pit gonna do to Clayface, you have to wonder. Nothing good, I imagine. And when did he put the cap back on that thing? Because it was open when he did that.
What are you waiting for? Come on! I killed your girlfriend, poisoned Gotham in hell. It's not even breakfast. But so what? We all know you'll save me.
Every decision you've ever made ends with death and misery. People die. I stop you. You'll just break out and do it again.
Think of it as a running gag. No! Are you happy now?
Do you want to know something funny? Even after everything you've done, I would have saved you.
You know, that actually is pretty funny.
When this game first came out, I honestly did not expect them to have the balls to do that. To actually kill the Joker. Honestly, it's a great ending, though. Like, it really plays up the relationship between the two and how weirdly codependent they are. And then there's this. Because he never explains what happened here to anybody, I think. So, like, as far as these people are concerned, Joker's goons, Batman just lost it and killed the Joker.
All units coordinated. What the hell happened in there? Batman! What happened?
He doesn't even tell Gordon. And something that's pretty heavily implied in the DLC for this game, and they really lean into an Arkham Knight, is that this really messed Batman up. Like, this entire night. What happened in Arkham Asylum was bad, but the events of Arkham City is just even worse. So I like how they made Arkham Asylum basically like, it's like, oh yeah, this is Batman's worst night ever. Now, Arkham City is Batman's worst night ever. Because even with all the shit Scarecrow gets up to in Arkham Knight, basically a lot of it is just Batman dealing with the trauma of this. Which again, calls his relationship with Joker into question, because the fact that Joker died on him really plays with his head. Anyway, we'll just let the credits roll for a little bit, because there's a little something that plays there, I believe. I'll be right back in a moment. That noise you just heard was my phone hitting the floor, nothing to worry about. You know, every now and then I forget. That's the whole reason why I started playing Arkham City. Well, I mean, you know, I ages ago planned on streaming all the Arkham games for Batman's, like, 75th or 80th anniversary or something like that, and then it took me 5 years to get through them. But the reason why I specifically started playing Arkham City was sadly that Kevin Conroy passed away. And every now and then I forget he's gone. And then I remember it and I get all sad again. We actually watched an episode of the animated series. Oh wait, here it is.
Call received 3 hours ago.
Only you can make this world seem right. Only you can make the darkness bright. Only you and you alone can thrill me like you do, and fill my heart with love for only you. Only you can make this change in me, for it's true. You are my destiny. When you hold my hand, I understand the magic that you do. You're my dream come true, my one and only you. Only you can make this change in me, for it's true. You are my destiny. When you hold my hand, I understand the magic that you do. You're my dream come true, my one and only you.
But yeah. So I don't know exactly when throughout the course of the game he would have sent that message. Because, I mean, you get a bunch of messages from the Joker as you're playing. Because, of course, Batman either ignores him or just can't talk to him. But just think about that. Like, Joker leaves a message for a voice message for Batman, and that's all it is. That's all he does. And it's just disturbing and sad. Seeing as how I just mentioned how depressed I am that Kevin Conroy is now gone, that is all the sadder because I believe, we'll see if he actually sticks to it because he's supposedly retired as the Joker a few times now, but Mark Hamill has specifically said that he can't see himself voicing the Joker anymore because without Kevin Conroy as Batman, what's the point? You know? Because that's his Batman. And honestly, I get it, because I don't know if there's ever a time he's voiced the Joker where Kevin Conroy wasn't opposite him the Batman. And, yeah, they had just such a really connected working relationship that it was weirdly similar to the relationship Batman and Joker has, anyway. So really, with Conroy gone, we haven't just lost one iconic voice actor for such an established character, we've kind of lost two. Anyway, like I was saying earlier today, we actually watched another episode of the animated series. It's the last episode, no, it's the second last episode before they changed the art style. doesn't involve the Joker, it involves Mr. Freeze. And Freeze isn't even really the villain. The villain is a guy who's very blatantly Walt Disney. He's a dude who wants to replicate the accident that made Freeze what he is, because he assumes Freeze is immortal because of the process. And in watching the episode, I was thinking to myself, wow, it really seems to kind of predict BioShock too, because his whole plan is that he considers that the world to be wicked and sinful, so he's going to make himself immortal so he can enact all the ideas that he has, because he knows he's not going to live long enough for most of it. And he's created this utopian Art Deco style city that he's got his hand-picked people to live in, and he's going to kill the rest of the world, basically. So if anything, he's actually worse than Andrew Ryan. All I know is, whoever worked on that episode, man, they must have really hated Disney. Anyway, I think that's about it, so we'll just... New Game Plus unlocked. Take on the story mode again, but this time armed with every gadget and upgrade you've already collected. However, you're going to need them, as this is the ultimate challenge, with no counter icons, tough new enemy configurations, and faster, better armed enemies right from the start. But of course, we're not done yet, because we still need to deal with the Identity Thief and the Riddler.
Time to get my things and quit this damn town for good.
Although actually, no. I forgot. We still have one last thing to do as Catwoman. See, the Catwoman DLC is good because I do enjoy playing as Catwoman. But it seems really weird to end off such a climactic part of the game with the Joker dying with this.
She's over here!
And honestly, I don't think I'm actually going to go around finding all the Catwoman trophies, because I don't think they really impact the unlockables and stuff.
Home sweet home.
Home's more explosive than I remember. Kitten.
Is she dead? Hang on. She's waking up.
Damn it, what are we gonna do?
Kill her again.
Ow. You're not Batman.
Where are my things? Tell me, or I'll slice you apart, piece by piece.
Two-Face has got him. He's at the museum, okay?
Thanks. So, you decided to come crawling back then, Harv. Pity. Oh well, time for this kitten to teach you some manners, once and for all.
That's the funny thing, of course. With Joker dead, Penguin locked up in the museum, Two-Face is actually the most powerful remaining crime boss in Arkham City now. For so long as it's going to last, I guess. Seeing as how I'm right next to the courthouse, I haven't actually gone to talk to Calendar Man in a while. Let's see if he has any unique dialogue when he's talking to Catwoman. Another thing I find funny is Batman specifically, I think, flips his cape out to slow his fall.
Is it because of Mr. Freeze?
What's she doing here?
Catwoman just lands on her feet and she's perfectly fine. Hello, friend. Ow. Although I suppose cats land on their feet, though, don't they? Where's the back door?
It's just a trick.
No, he did.
Listen up. I'm only gonna say this once. Right now, as you all know,
30
the boss
days
is
has
in
November,
He's got plans.
April,
big plans
June,
for this
and
place.
September.
And no,
Of
before you ask,
28
I don't know what
is
they
but
are.
one. All
In
the
the
rest
meantime,
are
he
31.
wants us to look
Of
after
course,
this place.
leap
Don't ask me
comes
why.
and
This
slaves.
place stinks worse than the
Every
clown does
4
right about
years,
now.
got it right.
I take it none of
And
you have a
28
problem keeping this
is
place
29.
safe? I thought not.
I'll deal with you guys in a moment. What's the last physical challenge for Catwoman? Oh yeah, that. I'm not doing that. Nuts to that, I say. Hi, Julian.
Well, well, Julian Day. What are you doing here?
Catwoman? How very nice to see you here.
Don't get too excited. There's no way I'm letting you free. Not after that Falcone mess.
How funny that you should mention that illustrious family. And so close to your birthday. Tell me, are you expecting anything specific from your father this year?
What do you mean?
Oh, nothing, really. I'll be seeing you, kitty cat. This year or next.
Seeing as I was talking about Long Halloween earlier, that's a reference to that. Also a reference to the fact that, at one point in the comics, it's kind of heavily implied, if not outright stated, that Carmine Falcone is actually Catwoman's father. Batman looking kind of hot right now. Yeah, I know, he's really changed, hasn't he? He's had a bit of a makeover, don't you know? Changed animals. Figured bats were a bit passé, right? Anyway, welcome back to the stream, Twin. Hopefully you're having a lovely day. I'm gonna beat the crap out of these guys now.
It's Catwoman!
Yep. I knocked down so many guys just then. Ow. No. I said no. Catwoman don't play that way.
This is where you're gonna die!
For me?
I meow for no one. Which is actually a comical thing for me to say because I very frequently talk, quote unquote, to my cat. So. Teleporting goon!
You're gonna be mine, Catwoman! I'm gonna make you beg me to stop, Catwoman!
Oh, these goons are more gross than most of the goons I've fought so far.
We're gonna have fun with you!
boss wants you skinned. You don't stand a chance.
Okay, that was a little bit rocky, but we're good. We're good. Anyway, let's go deal with old Herv, shall we? He says as he leaps off of the balcony. It's funny, you know, because he's taken over the... Oh, I can't get out that way. So really, the back door is the only way you can get into the courtroom anymore. Oh yeah, because Hugo Strange had his goons fucking firebomb the city. That would... yeah, that explains a few things. Yeah, I know, it's really funny. You would assume that Hervey would murder Cobblepot as soon as he got his hands on him, but I guess he wants to keep him alive to humiliate him for a bit.
I remember this place back before they built a wall around it. Sucked then, too.
Any prison is better than this.
Nah, I don't want to deal with it.
Catwoman! I find out all this is for a crazy TV show. I'm gonna find the person that stuffed me in this freezer and kill him.
I was going to say even TV executives couldn't be that mercenary, but, well, let's be honest. I'm surprised something like this isn't already a reality TV show.
Bane. Maybe he's got something to do with those crate things.
Buddy, that's old news. Bane's been captured. Hey, can I go have a chat with Deadshot? Probably not.
I'll get out of this thing and I'll hunt you down, Catwoman!
Why? What did I do to you? Batman put you in there.
Man, I can't believe Catwoman broke into Strange's vault. How did she even know where it was?
Bit of displaced anger there, Floyd. Murderous thighs.
What are they trying to do? Starve us?
What the hell is she? Fight! Over here!
Pull the ass. Alright, let's go into the museum for the 15 millionth time.
Good to see the boss back, right?
Yeah, did you see all that gear he had with him? Must have been from the cat.
He sent Paulie B over to blow that bitch's secret hideout sky high. Hopefully there's little bits of burning kitty cat raining down over Arkham City as we speak.
That'll teach the bitch to screw with Two-Face.
It's the cat!
The bitch is back! Also, it could be real pedantic and be like, you know, technically that refers to a female dog. I'm a cat. Learn your animals. How you doing, Ozzy?
What the hell are you supposed to be?
Piss off!
Really? Okay, if you insist. Oh, I forgot to say, speak to me like that again, Penguin, and I'll show you just what it feels like for a poor little bird to be torn apart by a cat.
Please, don't hurt me! I didn't mean it!
That's much nicer. See? You can be nice, Oswald. See you around. What the hell are you supposed...
I thought I'd get more dialogue, but I guess not.
He looked pretty pleased with himself, didn't he?
Yeah, don't think I've ever seen the boss so happy.
Maybe it's true. Maybe he really did kill Catwoman.
Bitch deserves it. You saw what she did to him in the court. It was only a matter of time before he got a little payback.
And all her money.
Yeah, that too.
Alright.
What the hell is she doing here?
The reports of my death have been greatly exaggerated. Well, if I'm not careful, accurate. Oh yeah, see, some goons have their security boxes, other goons have their security chairs. And others their security car doors.
We're gonna have fun with you, Catwoman. We are gonna hurt you.
I'll smash your face into a post!
That's right, you all trip over the caltrops. Well, it actually kind of screwed me up a little. Broke my combo.
Your mother won't recognize you when we're finished with you.
Ah. If I'm not careful, I'm screwed. Keep it simple, just beat the crap out of them and use combo finishers. No need to get too fancy.
You're gonna be mine, Catwoman.
We're gonna have some fun with you, Catwoman.
Ah. Nope.
Time to die, kitty cat.
Rather not, Harvey. Rather not. Rescue the hostages taken by Riddler. Not right now. Maybe later.
He looked pretty pleased with himself, didn't he?
Yeah, don't think I've ever seen the boss so happy.
Maybe it's true.
Just thought we had to look at that again.
Bitch deserves it. You saw what she...
Look out! It's the cat! I'll make you meow, bitch.
What does that even mean? There, I did it. You happy?
This is where you're gonna die!
We're gonna skip you.
You don't stand a chance against us. We're gonna have fun with you, Catwoman.
Well, yes, I do find this rather entertaining. Ah. Almost had a perfect go-around. Oh well.
You going? You ready for? You like
Damn it. Good enough. Fun. I may as well get this Riddler trophy seeing as I'm here. Oh yeah, this is how I'm supposed to get across. I forgot. I think the cops are actually over there.
Deep enough to hold one big-ass shark.
Still can't believe Penguin's got a shark in here.
That's nothing. He also had some kind of monster under the Iceberg Lounge.
Monster?
Yeah, some giant dead-looking thing.
That is bull. It's all true. Jimmy saw it. Now I know you're making this crap up.
Okay, I've already heard this conversation.
Catwoman's here!
Alrighty then. Boss fight.
She won't dare come back here. Oh, she'll dare. She'll come straight back here for her pretty little things, and when she does, I want you guys to blow that bitch apart!
I'm looking forward to it, sir.
Good! This is our chance for glory. Word is Joker's dead. We all saw what happened to the runt that used to run this place. We are the future of Arkham. We are the future of Gotham! No one will dare stand up to us, because we'll cut them in two.
I do like how Two-Face's health bar is double-colored.
Dead!
I also like how Two-Face is very frequently depicted as being a better boss to work for. Now, he still might kill you on a whim. He's just a lot less prone to doing that than, say, Joker or Penguin.
Keep looking! She could be here already. She'll be here. I know she will.
Hi, Harv.
Oh! What the? What are you waiting for? Help me! Over here! I found the bitch! I found someone!
Oh crap. I didn't think they could see me.
She's gone! I lost her! Find her, now! What are you gonna do when you ain't got nowhere to hide, huh?
Now I could take out all of his goons, but the problem is, if I take out all Two-Face's goons, more will come in. I think I can whittle them down to 2, but that's about it. I did not mean to do that. What the hell are you doing, Harvey?
What? Stop her! Don't let her get away!
Damn it.
This way! She went this way!
Damn it. Man, you're not as good at this as Batman is.
We gotta find her. Keep looking. I see what you're doing. How are you gonna use those things if they're not here? Huh? Rip that bitch a new one!
Keep dancing!
She's gone! I lost her! Find her, now! Oh, you think you can hide up there? Think again!
Oh, I got real lucky. There's so many of them. Somehow they didn't see me. Yeah, I was gonna try to take them out one at a time, but I don't know if I want to take that risk. You doing that thing again where you just randomly shoot at the wall, Harv? I was gonna say a good trick is worth repeating, but may as well do this.
What? No!
Sorry, Harv. This really isn't your night, is it? Now tell me where you've hidden the rest of my stuff, or I'll even out the other side of your face.
I only took half. The rest I gave away. I win, bitch!
Enough with the twos already. It just keeps getting you into trouble. Just couldn't keep away, huh? Can't say I blame you.
There's still work to do here in Arkham City.
Good luck with that. Some enterprising individuals decided to help themselves to my things. I intend to get it all back.